things that are not even remotely food. One word, maybe two: sinister and evil. In addition to that, I also have been looking on online and seeing a lot of people trying to narrow down if it's certain stores. Case in point, Walmart. Okay, um, I agree that it is probably at stores like Walmart, where there are a lot of people who are minorities that shop there because it's considered to be more affordable and you have a wide variety, even though a lot of people have been talking about intermittently seeing food shortages within the store. But the thing about that is that I've also seen, okay, videos on social media about people who shop not at Walmart. They shop at Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, and other places that are not considered to be within that whole realm of Walmart and Walmart-like stores, and they are also seeing fake food or food fraud. Case in point, a woman, a young mother. I don't know how many kids she has, but I know she was talking about her 4 to 5 year old daughter. She went to Whole Foods. She bought blueberries, which is her daughter's favorite. It's a healthy treat. It's considered to be a healthy food. Um, she shared $11 for these blueberries. Let's throw the price in there. Okay. Her daughter had the snack, and then she took the ones that her daughter didn't eat and put it down the food disposal. Okay. While she was doing that, she started to hear a weird sound coming from the disposal. It was as if something metal was inside of her food disposal. When she went to investigate, obviously after turning it off, obviously, she found what appeared to be a blueberry that was still intact, but it was solid, like I said, intact. She started to examine it because why didn't it break down? To find out that it's not a blueberry at all. It looked like a blueberry, it felt sort of like a blueberry, but it was solid. Then when her husband came home, she had him examine it, and somehow he was able to cut it in half and found out that it was not metal, but an extremely hard rubber, made out of rubber. Okay, at best a hard plastic. Now take into account her daughter, 4 or 5 years old. If she had actually ingested that particular blueberry or any of the other blueberries that were fake or food fraud, as they're calling it, she could have choked. I don't want to say to death, but she could have choked. Okay, ingested it in her body if she didn't choke. And how is your body going to break that down? Okay, how is it going to do? So I remember working with a lady, and I've spoken of her before. She was a speech therapist at this particular center, non-for-profit center that I worked at, and we would have like conversations about work, but also about other stuff. And every time I hear about this, I think about her because she'd been talking for a while about something was wrong with the food, and she would say, I went and I bought this, that, and the third at this store, and then it fell to the floor, the food, and she found out that it was in fact plastic. And other people thought it was funny, and we laughed, but we both laughed, but I mean, I don't think people believed her, but she was 100% right. And she says that she's used to people not believing her. And she says, but I'm serious. Even though I'm laughing, it's serious. Something is going on with our food. And that was years and years ago. And now I'm watching people in real time talk about this food fraud or fake foods. Then to even go even more further with this is that I also seen videos on YouTube from people from other countries. Okay, that's the beauty of the internet and the Wi-Fi and everything and social media. that I'm not sure that the people who thought this up really incorporated into this being the information age, the sharing and the sending and the receiving of information that maybe we would not have been able to do if we didn't have it. Is that you learn that other places around the world are also dealing with this. One in particular is a channel on YouTube called China Observer, and it looks like, I didn't look at all of the individuals' content, but there are extensive videos, okay, of groups of food that this person is talking about in China that they're finding is fake. It's fake, it's not real, and it's being served and sold to people. Then there was another one quite similar, but in another part of the world. I don't know if it's the Middle East or something along that line. I'd have to go back and look, and it's the same thing. People finding out that they're being sold food that is not even remotely food. What is the deal? And then the question is, by a lot of people, like I'm gonna go back to the video of the young lady, I don't remember her channel on YouTube, talking about Walmart. She talked about not just like ground beef, she talked about other things as well as dishwashing liquid, something going on with that as well. And she wanted people to give, go in the comment section and share their experiences. And she just was genuinely seeing, like she said, why are they doing this? What's going on here? Why are they feeding us this? And I think the one with the ground beef was really, it was disgusting. It really was. It had grease inside of it, but the consistency, the look of it was anything but meat. Even if it was not ground beef. Okay, let's just say that. Let's just call it out, since we're talking about fake and fraud. This didn't even look, once you actually started cooking it, before you even cooked it, you just took it out the pack, it was like, what in the world is this made out of? Like, who does this? This has to be something inhuman. This is my take on it, because no one human is going to do this to another human being unless there is something, and there is, we've already talked about this, people doing things and being influenced through something that is just, it's very nefarious, it's very sinister, and it's just flat out evil. So I did an episode not that long ago that had to do with physical fasting. I touched on spiritual fasting as well, but it came from a Bible-based publication entitled God's Principles of Healthy Living. They talk about a variety of things: eating, exercising, moving away from a sedentary life, a way of life or lifestyle that we were not meant for that. And I'm going to read the beginning of this particular publication. It says, God's physical creation is governed by definite physical laws. So we already know that God is a God of, he has many attributes, but it's one of order and organization. Okay, he is not a God of chaos and confusion. So when we see that going on every day, all day, in the world that we are living in right now, in this society, in this system of things, this points not to God, but it points to the other one, the adversary. Okay, divisiveness, confusion, war. Okay, everything that is the opposite of our Heavenly Father. So he has these laws that regulate our bodies. He made our bodies perfect. Okay, it's like it's a machine that just, so to speak, that runs on order. Okay, and it must be fueled and taken care of. Fueled meaning food. It needs to be exercised. It needs to be cared for. It's like a temple. A lot of people talk about that.